Life will knock you down. It will break you. It will test you. But what if I told you that the greatest thing you can do in your life is to rise again? What if the key to your success, your strength, and your future lies not in avoiding the struggle, but in embracing it? What if the challenges you face today are not barriers, but stepping stones? These trials are not punishments. They are opportunities in disguise. The pain you feel is temporary, but the power you gain from overcoming it can last forever. Let me tell you this, setbacks are not failures. They are moments of growth. We live in a world that constantly measures us by our achievements, but we are more than the sum of our victories. We are the resilience that exists in our ability to keep moving forward despite the odds. Each failure is a chapter, not the end of the story. It is a part of your process. It's like a sculptor chiseling away at a block of stone, revealing a masterpiece hidden beneath the surface. Every difficulty you face, every mistake you make is shaping you into something far greater than what you were before. The question is, how will you respond to the pain, the setbacks, and the challenges that inevitably come? When life strikes you down, the instinct might be to stay down, to hide, to withdraw. But you must resist that temptation, because what lies ahead of you, what's waiting for you on the other side of your struggles, is something far more powerful than any of the pain you face now. It's easy to give up, to let the circumstances control your fate, but you are not powerless in this story. You are the one who decides how the story ends. It is your choice to rise from the ashes, and it is in your choice to get up every single time that you prove your true strength. Think about it. Every great individual, every person who has ever achieved greatness has faced the darkest of days. They've had moments of doubt, moments where the weight of the world seemed unbearable, but they understood something that others didn't. The struggle is a gift. It is the crucible in which greatness is formed. Without adversity, without challenge, there would be no opportunity for you to discover who you truly are. Without hardship, there would be no reason for you to push yourself beyond your limits, to stretch into areas you never thought you could reach. The challenges we face are not the enemy. They are the very tools that help us to become who we are meant to be. As the great poet Rainer Maria Rilke once said, "Let everything happen to you, beauty and terror. Just keep going. No feeling is final. You may not understand it now, but every moment of difficulty is a part of your journey, a journey that will lead you to a version of yourself that you never imagined possible." The things that you did all this for, it was a period of time, the scars, it was your prime emotions, a virtual roundup you never imagined possible. But they're embedded, they're betterance, your greatest gift. The path may be painful, but it will lead to greatness. Think of the most resilient people you know. What do they have in common? They didn't stay down when life tried to break them. They got up again and again. They knew that the struggle was temporary, but the strength they gained from it would last a lifetime. The road to success is not paved in perfection. It is paved with failures, setbacks, and the courage to keep moving forward despite them. And the most powerful thing you can do in life is to take that first step when you feel like you can't. Resilience isn't just about bouncing back after a setback. It's about learning from the experience and emerging from it stronger, wiser, and more determined. There's an old saying, "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger." It's not just a catchy phrase. It's a truth that has stood the test of time. When you experience difficulty, when you face your demons, when you stand at the edge of your own limitations, you learn something vital about yourself. You learn what you're made of, you learn where your boundaries are, and you learn how to break through them. And yet, for all the challenges, there is also beauty in the struggle. Each time you face a setback, you are faced with a choice. You can let it define you, or you can let it refine you. Every struggle, every defeat is an invitation to grow. When life takes something away from you, it's not taking it because you don't deserve it. It's taking it to make room for something better. The loss may feel overwhelming in the moment, but it's clearing a path for something greater to enter your life. Remember, the phoenix only rises from the ashes. Without the fire, it would never soar. Life will knock you down, but your power lies in the decision to get up. Every time you rise, you become something greater than you were before. It's not the number of times you fall that defines you. It's the number of times you get back up. And each time you get back up, you become more than you ever imagined. As Winston Churchill once said, success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Now, I want you to reflect on this. What if the thing you've been running from, the thing that has caused you pain and fear, is actually the very thing that will unlock your potential? What if the battle you've been fighting is not meant to destroy you, but to create something new inside you? The toughest moments are the ones that shape you into the person you need to become. You may not understand it now, but that pain will one day be the source of your greatest strength. In the face of difficulty, remember this. The true test of your character is not how you perform when everything is going well. It's how you respond when everything seems to be falling apart. It's easy to shine when life is kind, but the real measure of who you are is in the moments when life challenges you to rise again. And when you rise, you do so with the knowledge that you have been shaped, refined, and empowered by the very struggles that once threatened to break you. The struggle is not your enemy. It is your greatest ally. It is the key to unlocking your potential, your purpose, and your future. Embrace it, face it, and rise from it stronger than you've ever been before. Because in the end, the greatest victories are not the ones that come without effort. They are the ones that come after the greatest comebacks. Your greatest victory is waiting for you. It's not some distant dream or far-off fantasy. It's not something that will come when everything aligns perfectly. It's not a destination, it's a process. A process that begins with your comeback. You see, the greatest victories in life are not about returning to where you were. They're about going further than you ever imagined possible. It's about the person you become in the process. The world remembers the comeback, not the fall. The real question is, how far can you go when you rise from the ashes? A comeback is not a mere return. It's not about picking up the pieces and putting them back together in the same way they were before. That's not growth, that's just survival. A true comeback is about transforming yourself, about evolving into a version of yourself that is stronger, wiser, and more capable than you ever thought possible. It's about understanding that the trials you've been through, the hardships you've faced, have only prepared you for what comes next. Each struggle, each setback was never meant to defeat you. It was meant to shape you. And when you finally rise, you will realize that you are not just going back to where you were. You are going to a place you never thought you could reach. One of the most profound things we must understand is that life does not owe us comfort. It does not owe us peace. Life will challenge us. Life will test us. It will throw obstacles in our path, not because it's cruel, but because it's the only way for us to grow. If you've ever been in a situation where you felt like you couldn't go on, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That feeling that the weight of the world is on your shoulders, that no matter how hard you try, you keep stumbling, you keep falling. In those moments, it's easy to feel as if you're lost, as if you'll never make it through. But that's the illusion. What's actually happening in those moments is that life is preparing you for something far greater than you can see in the present. The battle you're facing right now is not your end, it's your beginning. The greatest individuals in history, those who achieved monumental success, did not achieve it without their fair share of struggles. They didn't glide through life on a smooth road to glory. No, they were forged in the furnace of adversity. They experienced the darkest of days. They faced rejection, failure, doubt, and fear. But they understood one fundamental truth. The struggle was not meant to stop them. It was meant to strengthen them. As the philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche said, that which does not kill us makes us stronger. And it's not just a phrase, it's a law of life. You cannot grow without challenge. You cannot become who you're meant to be without experiencing some pain along the way. When you face your greatest trials, it's important to remember that they are not the end of the road. They are the beginning of your transformation. They are the fire in which you will be tempered, the crucible in which your true potential will be revealed. The moment you realize this, you stop seeing setbacks as obstacles and start seeing them as opportunities to rise. Every defeat is a lesson. Every failure is a step forward. As long as you continue moving, as long as you refuse to give up, you are on the path to greatness. It's not the smooth, easy path that leads to greatness. It's the path that's rough, the path where you stumble and fall, but you get back up and keep going. Think of the great comeback stories in history. Think of people who were counted out, who were told they'd never make it, who were broken, battered, and bruised, yet despite it all, they rose again. They came back stronger, wiser, more determined. That's what a true comeback looks like. It's not just about returning to where you were. It's about It's about proving to the world, and more importantly, proving to yourself that you are capable of more than you ever thought possible. There is something deeply powerful about rising after a fall. It is a testament to your strength, your resilience, and your character. The world may try to keep you down, but the fact is they can never take away your ability to rise. But how do you rise? How do you come back from the darkest of days? The first thing you need to understand is that you must believe in your own potential. You must trust in the process of your growth, even when you can't see the end result. There will be moments when you feel hopeless, when the road ahead seems impossible, but you must remember this: no storm lasts forever. No matter how long or how dark the night, the sun will rise again. Your comeback begins with faith, the faith that the journey is worth it, that the struggles you face today are shaping you into the person you need to be tomorrow. And it's not just about believing in yourself. It's about understanding that the comeback is part of your purpose. Each challenge you face is preparing you for the next level. It's preparing you for the greatness that is waiting for you. The people who achieve the greatest success are the ones who understand that they must become who they are meant to be, not despite their struggles, but because of them. Success is not a gift that is handed to you. It is something you must earn, something you must fight for. And the most beautiful part of it is that the fight, the struggle, the comeback, it's all part of the journey. In the end, the greatest victory is not the one that comes without effort. It's the victory that comes after the struggle. It's the victory that comes when you've been knocked down, when you've faced the darkest of days, and you still choose to rise. That is the true victory, because it's not just about achieving success. It's about becoming the person you need to be to handle that success. It's about learning the lessons along the way, growing stronger, and becoming more resilient. And when you reach the top, when you look back at the journey you've taken, you'll realize that the victory wasn't just in the achievement, it was in the comeback. So whatever you're facing right now, whatever trial or struggle seems insurmountable, remember this: your greatest victory is still ahead of you. It's not in the past, it's in the future, waiting for you to rise, waiting for you to overcome. And when you do, you won't just return to where you were, you will surpass it. You will create a new version of yourself. A version that is stronger, more powerful, and more capable than you ever imagined. And that, my friend, is what a true comeback looks like.